A World Cup referee made a hand gesture on live television. The clip lasted less than a second. Within hours, FIFA had launched an investigation, and suddenly one of the biggest stories of the tournament had nothing to do with football. This is the story of the referee who broke the internet. A World Cup match between Germany and Curaçao was taking place. Germany were leading 7-1. The result was settled. Nobody was paying much attention to the officials. Then the broadcast briefly cut to the VAR hub in Dallas. An Australian video assistant referee named Shaun Evans appeared on screen for a moment. During that broadcast shot, viewers noticed what looked like an upside-down OK symbol made with his right hand. That was it. A hand gesture. Barely visible. Less than a second of television. But by the end of the day, it was everywhere. Here is why. Roughly a decade ago, that symbol was appropriated online and became associated with white supremacist groups. What started as an internet joke eventually became serious enough that the Anti-Defamation League added it to its database of hate symbols in 2019. The problem is that the same gesture also has a completely different meaning. Millions of people know it as the circle game, a harmless prank where someone makes the shape below their waist and tries to trick another person into looking at it. Two meanings, so one gesture, and nobody could immediately tell which one they were looking at. The reaction was immediate. FIFA's discrimination monitor, the FAIR network, called for clarification and suggested Evans should be removed from the tournament while the situation was investigated. FIFA opened a formal review the very same day. By the following morning, Shaun Evans released a statement. He said he had not intentionally made any gesture to communicate a message, an affiliation, a game, or a belief of any kind. According to Evans, the movement was completely subconscious. He claimed he was unaware he had even done it. Later, images from the same match appeared to show him repeating similar hand movements while holding a pen between his fingers. In theory, that explanation makes sense. People fidget. People move without thinking. And referees can spend hours sitting in front of screens inside VAR rooms. A movement that would mean absolutely nothing in everyday life suddenly becomes international news when it happens during the biggest sporting event on Earth. But in practice, FIFA had no choice. When billions of people are watching, every detail matters, so the investigation continued. Eventually, FIFA's independent disciplinary committee reviewed the evidence and found no breach of the disciplinary code. Evans was cleared. The case was closed. He remained part of the tournament. That should have been the end of the story. Except something else happened. Before this incident, television broadcasts regularly showed VAR officials facing the camera whenever they cut to the review room. After the incident, broadcasts began showing officials facing their screens instead. FIFA never publicly explained the change. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe it was a production decision. Maybe it meant absolutely nothing. But that unanswered detail is the reason people are still talking about this story today. The investigation ended. The referee was cleared. The controversy moved on. Yet the cameras changed, and FIFA never said a word. This is the 2026 World Cup. 48 nations, 104 matches, billions of viewers, and during the opening week of the biggest tournament in football history, one of the biggest stories was a hand gesture that lasted less than a second. Let that sink in. If you enjoy football stories, World Cup drama, and the hidden moments nobody else is talking about, subscribe to Goal Theory FC. Because sometimes the biggest stories in football happen far away from the pitch. You are welcome.